Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Right, so today we're going to be looking at all signs versus all signs. So if you're dealing with an Aries, we're looking at the Aries person and so forth. So let's jump into the Aries reading. So if you're dealing with an Aries, let's see what's going on. Right, so let's see what is going on. Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or rising sign. It may not resonate with everyone out there. Right, so the person you're dealing with, an Aries, they're dealing with some anger. Use it fire to transform, not to destroy. So they've got to use the anger in a positive way, not in a destructive way. But let's see on the tarot. Alright, so this is if you're dealing with an Aries. What do you need to know around this person? They've got anger issues. I think we've been dealing with this person for some time. It could even be someone from your past that's coming back in, but they're going to be communicating with you. But you don't trust them. This person is a burden to you. They stress you out. But it looks like they're not letting go of you. But all they do when they come back in is start arguments. So you just don't trust them. I think they've been waiting for you to come forward. But I think because of their anger issues, you've stepped back. Let's see if they will deal with these anger issues in a more positive way rather than destructive way. Will they sort out their anger issues? No, because they just break the rules within the connection all the time. And I think when they come forward, you're going to have your say as well. There is a couple of other people that will be interested in you as well. I'm getting water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and earth sign, air signs, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. But they're coming in quite soon, those two. And then you're deciding who you want to be with. But I think with this person, no, they're not going to address their anger issues. So that's what I'm getting if you're dealing with an Aries. Right, so let's have a look if you're dealing with a Taurus. Right, so this is for if you're dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or rising sign. It may not resonate with everyone out there. Right, so we've got control. By letting go of the illusion of control, we open ourselves to genuine freedom. Yeah, so they've got to let go of control issues. But we'll check on the tarot for that. And so I want control in the connection. So this is if you're dealing with a Taurus. We've got control issues. Yeah, they're immature. I mean, you have got a soul connection, but they manipulate you into what they want you to be. It's like you can't be free to be who you want to be around them. So I would say with this, yeah, they're stubborn. They want it all their own way. And it's just frustrating you. It's making you feel emotionally upset because of their control issues. And they need a big wake-up call as well. It's going to end. It's going to end anyway, because it's mental torture for you. Let's see if anyone new's coming in. Yeah, so they're not going to do anything about this control. Or anyone new coming in. Yeah, it's going to be for a social connection. They're coming up as an air sign. Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. Yeah, new relationship. You'll be able to talk to this person well. A lot of text messages, backwards and forwards. Meeting up and being happy together. And you come away from that control freak, the Taurus. Right, so let's have a look at Gemini. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Gemini. Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or rising sign, it may not resonate with everyone out there. Right, so we've got trauma. Your scars are proof of resilience and survival. Pain, wound, shock. So they're going through trauma at the moment, this Gemini. So let's see on the tarot how this is going to pan out. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Gemini. We've got trauma issues that they need to heal from before this connection can move forward. Because I feel you are happy with them. I mean, there could be some financial problems together for some of you. But I think if you sort that out, the relationship does get a lot better. I think you find with them, if they go quiet, I think they're thinking about the past, like past traumas that they need to address. Yeah, they are healing from that. So when they're spending time on their own, they're actually healing from that. So they're not ignoring you, because you may feel they might be ignoring you, not really telling you what's going on in their mind. But you'll work at this connection. You're going to work at it. I think they do get emotional about the past a lot. That they're dealing with it in their own way, in their own time. That they can get through it. So I don't see a split now. It's just, I think they just need some space sometimes from you. Right, so that's if you're dealing with a Gemini. If you're dealing with a Cancer, let's have a look at that. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or rising sign, may not resonate with everyone out there. Right, so they're dealing with shame. Embrace your flows. Shame. Embrace your flaws, sorry. They are a part of your unique story. Yeah, so they're shameful, embarrassed about something. So let's have a look at the tarot. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or rising sign. It may not resonate with everyone out there. So they're dealing with a lot of shame at the moment. I think you're getting quite frustrated with them. They seem to actually they're not addressing how they're feeling, so they're putting all their energy and effort into work, and they're not really putting in to the relationship with you. So you don't really know where you stand with them. But I mean, there's other times where you do get communication. It seems a bit superficial at times, you might feel. But I think the communication will pick up with this person. But I don't think they're ready to talk about how they're feeling right now. But they will do in time. Right, so let's have a look at Leo. If you're dealing with a Leo. So this is if you're dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or rising sign. It may not resonate with everybody out there. Right, so they're dealing with isolation. In solitude, discover your true self and connect deeper. So they've got to spend time on their own to discover themselves. So if you feel, they're isolating themselves, it's for a reason, a good reason. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Leo. Let's see how long this will take, this isolation. Well, I think they've actually hurt you by doing this because you think it's all over with them. Don't think it is all over. They will come forward when they come out of this isolation period, and then you've got a fresh start. Your soulmate connection. But I'd say don't be tempted to block them. It's just that they just need that space, that time out. Because I think at times you could be tempted to block them because they're not communicating. But this will go slowly. It's whether you want to wait, really. Right, so that's what I'm getting for for Leo. Let's have a look at Virgo. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or rising sign. It may not resonate with everybody out there. Right, so we've got distrust, so they don't trust. Faith in oneself can rebuild trust in others. So they're doubting the connection, they're suspicious of the connection, which isn't really any good to you, but let's see if anything changes. Right, so this is, if you're dealing with a Virgo, they don't trust in the connection. Well, they don't trust, and the problem is they're stalking you because they don't trust. They're wondering if you're with someone else, if someone else wants you. So there's that insecurity with them as well. But this connection actually makes you feel quite stuck, quite trapped, quite isolated, because they're not trusting in the connection. All they're doing is just hiding and watching you, seeing what you're up to, seeing what you're doing, but they're not prepared to communicate with you. So if there's no trust in the connection, there's no point in you know, carrying on with them, going forward. Let's see if anyone new's coming in. Because they're stuck on that. They just don't want to trust anybody. Because I don't think it's just you. I think it's with everybody they're like that with. Right, anyone new coming in for you? Yeah, we're getting a fire sign energy, new person coming in for you. It's pretty intense. Seems to be a twin flame connection. Seem to be each other's types. Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. The other one's going to be in the background, but all it's showing there, they're going to hurt you because they're not opening up. They're not communicating, and then you just get angry really that they're not communicating. So there is somebody new coming in, and it's going to be a very intense, passionate connection. Fire sign. Right, so let's have a look if you're dealing with a Libran. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Libran. Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node, Horizon sign. It may not resonate with everybody out there. Right, so they fear rejection through the, I can't even read this writing, through the sting of being left out. Sting, I think that's meant to say. Yeah, through the sting of being left out, we discover our own inner worth. Yeah, so they fear rejection. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Libran who fears rejection. They don't like being left out. Oh, there's cards dropped. Let's shuffle it again. I think they can be quite fiery for a Libra, an air sign. Yeah, it's like as if they're giving up on the connection. That's what I'm getting. They're giving up on it. And you just feel like you're going around in circles with them. It's like they want to fight you. It's like they pick holes in you. That type of thing. And it's just going too slow. Nothing's developing, nothing's happening. And even if you have communication, it's all about other things going on in their life, like family issues, stuff like that. It's not, the communication isn't about you and them. Let's see if they will get over this rejection feeling. But it's like as if they're their own worst enemy though. Will they get over this rejection feeling? It's like they want excitement in the connection. They want to be loved and adored. And that's why they fear the rejection if they're not getting that attention. That's what it is. They want attention from you. So if you give them attention, then I think they won't, that rejection feeling will go. Alright, so that's what I'm getting if you're dealing with a Libra. Let's have a look if you're dealing with a Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or Rising Sign, it may not resonate with all Scorpios out there. So we're getting pride. True worth is measured by character, vanity, ego, arrogance. Yeah, so they've got ego issues. Let's see what the tarot has to say. So this is if you're dealing with a Scorpio. They've got ego issues. Well, it looks like they're breadcrumbing you a lot of the time. I mean, you have got a good, strong connection, but they're not fully 100% in the connection with you. It's all got to be their way. And then you might fight about certain things and then stop talking to each other and then they come back again. So it's very, very up and down. So I think you're just gonna walk away. You're just gonna walk away from that connection and have time away from relationships. I don't think there's anyone new coming in yet. Right, let's have a look at Sagittarius. This is if you're dealing with a Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node, a rising sign. It may not resonate with everyone out there. So we've got avoidance, so they're avoiding you. Face what you fear, for avoidance is but a temporary refuge. Yeah, so let's have a look at the tarot. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Sagittarius. They're avoiding you for some reason. They can't get over an ending with somebody. So they're avoiding relationships. They are in a bad way, mentally, emotionally. So they're not in the right emotional headspace to take on a relationship. So I think you'll just move away from them. That's why they're avoiding you. Because they can't get over a past relationship. An ending. Right, let's have a look if anyone new's coming in. Not at the moment, because I think if someone came in now, they're going to be immature, expecting you to do all the work in the relationship. Sometimes they communicate with you and sometimes they don't. And all they're after is a sexual connection as well. So at the moment, that's all you'd get at the moment. Is something casual. Right, so that's what I'm getting for Sagittarius. Let's have a look at Capricorn. What we've got coming in if you're dealing with a Capricorn. Right, so we've got a desire. Harness its power to manifest dreams, not delusions. Yearning, craving, longing, so they desire you. Right, so this is if you're dealing with a Capricorn. Let's see what comes up. They desire you. Well, you've been tempted to walk away from this connection because it's too overpowering. They're too much in your face. So at times I think emotionally you pull away because it's too much. And you just put all your energies into work. But you've got someone else coming in, an air sign, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. So I think with this one, it's just a intense desire for you, but nothing solid. And then you've got someone new coming in. Right, so let's have a look at Aquarius. This is if you're dealing with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, North Node or rising sign. Right, so they regret the past cannot be changed, but the future is still in your hands. Yeah, so they've got regret what they've done in the past with this connection. Right, so this is if you're dealing with an Aquarius. You've got a lot of regrets. Well, they've left you confused. And you're not, the thing is, you're not budging. So whatever they've done to you, you're not communicating with them until they can come back in and apologise to you. Because I think they've messed you about. Let's see if they will come in with the apology. Will this Aquarius come in with this apology? I think they're working out what to say to you, but it's going to come out all wrong. You're just going to think they're just childish, they're immature. It's a pathetic attempt to an apology. That's what's showing up. But you've got a couple of more people coming in anyway. And then you're making a final decision who you want to be with. We've got earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming in for you. So that one will come in with an apology. It just feels like it's an immature kind of apology. It's not really what you're hoping for. Right, so let's have a look at if you're dealing with a Pisces. Right, so we've got envy. Turn green eyes into a force for self-improvement and inspiration. Yeah, so they're envious and jealous about something in this connection. So this is if you're dealing with a Pisces. What is the envy and jealousy about in this connection? Well, they feel you're connecting to somebody else. Because it looks like this connection's finished with this Pisces. And that's what they're jealous about. They feel, even if you're not with somebody else, that's what they're feeling. That you're with somebody else. They need to do a lot of healing, but it's going to be slow. They need to address control issues in relationships. But I'm seeing you going out and enjoying yourself. You're going to meet new people and new love relationships, and you're going to meet somebody that you feel you can connect with better. Right, so that's what I'm getting today. Take care. Bye for now.